is going on, dudes? How you guys doing? It is TheeRealDuke. I'm gonna turn some music on here. Let's see. Here we go. Get some good vibes rolling. That should fix that. All right, so sorry about that. We are here in the 3 Block Challenge world on the Infinite Heights Minecraft server, played@infiniteheightsmc.com. We are bringing you part 2 of the judging. If you are checking us out now on the live stream, what's up, dudes? Send us some love in the comments. Thanks for checking us out. I appreciate it. We'll try and get to questions and stuff and silly things. If they're appropriate or borderline inappropriate, we'll get to them. So do that. I got 2 special guest judges with me at this time. I got Slick77, class of 78, champs, state champs, dynasty. What's up, Slick?
Hey guys.
What's up? Thanks for hanging out with us, Slick. We also have Telekinetic Llama. What's up, buddy?
Hello, how's it going?
From the Great White North, the Great White Llama with an orange scarf. He's so adorable. He's so intoxicating, don't you think? Don't you think? Oh, how sweet. His sweet little face and goggles. So we are again. This is part number 2 of 3. We just did the first half of the builds. We are picking up at plot number 13 to do the second half of the builds, and then we're going to come back with part number 3. There's going to be the judging where we hand out some awards to people. So stick around for part number 3. Go watch part number 1. All that stuff. So thank you everyone for joining us. I appreciate you guys checking me out, checking out the build. You guys ready to get to it, judges?
I'm ready.
Yep.
Hesitant but optimistic. Good. That's
I was reading something.
That's my favorite
Awesome.
attitude towards things. Plot number 13, Awesomest Playa, the Whalecopter 2.0.
Thought it was Wallacopter.
The Wallacopter 2.0.
I have no clue.
I don't know
didn't
either.
ask him. So.
I don't know. It does kind of vaguely remember.
Remind?
You want to just start the stream over again? We'll just start from the beginning. It does vaguely resemble the white and black markings of an orca. Vaguely, but it also.
Freaking love Mama's skin.
so adorable. It does also vaguely resemble the markings of a panda. So it could be the Pandacopter 2.0. What do you think, Slick?
The only thing I could ever think of to make this any better, I guess, if it's landing, act like there's dirt flying around through the air that the helicopter's kicking up, or maybe a slight ladder of glass. I wouldn't know what to add to this to fill up the space.
Oh, like a get to the chopper. I think what I maybe would have tried to have done is, because it's like it's jammed in here sideways, if it was maybe built on a diagonal, you'd be able to make the helicopter longer and the blades bigger. And with the bigger build like that, you'd be able to pack in some more detail, I think is what I would have tried to do. Because, I mean, it's adorable. It looks almost like a carnival ride, like for little kids. Like a tiny, stubby, adorable wallacopter, with a
And there's a llama in it.
Yeah, with a llama gunner on the roof. Awesome. Yeah, or maybe somehow like make grass down here look like it was blowing with like glass panes or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they could have used more glass, right? And then maybe they could have made like I said, those dust particles coming up from the ground.
Yep.
Like using more glass, right? It's a little cobble heavy and coal.
Yeah, there's I would like to see a little bit more glass. A bit more glass, but it's a cool idea. A little floating helicopter. Fum, 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 fum. I can't do a helicopter noise, but that's awesome. Awesomest. You see what I did? All right. Plot number 14, Knivesy. No one can escape the sands of time, but you can try to sneak away for a while if no one is looking. LOL. How? I can't get in there. Can I get in there? Yes. I can't. There we go. Okay, lit inside. Yes,
Oh, you're actually supposed to get inside?
I don't know, but I tried to, and I could, so I did.
So the hourglass broke, letting a bit of time escape.
Yep, letting the sands kind of start to leak out. That's a cool effect. I mean, you can see if we can make this easier for the viewers to see. Let's go ahead and set it to day. Yeah, you can see the hourglass shape on the inside made out of an inner layer of glass, and then it's kind of inside this holder like hourglasses are sometimes. And we see all the sand at the top, and some of it's falling out, and the bottom of it's broken, and these sands of time are escaping. Which is... it's pretty sweet. I think it's pretty sweet. It's a cool idea.
I wonder if this is where the Sandman would come into play.
The Sandman. Do
Yeah,
you like
you lose...
the Vertigo comic book Sandman? Any idea what that reference is? No, that's okay.
No.
That's okay.
I mean, you're losing all these days, years, months of experience of a human life. So maybe all this life lost turns into its own being.
Slicks, I wonder sometimes if you are actually more high than Drunk Slug.
I think Drunk Slug's high at the moment.
I don't. I don't mean in an insulting way at all. You come up with these crazy ideas from out there that just would never, ever occur to me, and I think it's awesome. Just out of nowhere. That's a cool idea. I would love to see that illustrated for sure. Just two things that I think of when I'm seeing this. There is a stray glass pane over here in the corner, which I know Llama picked out, like he does around my build all the freaking times. Like, hey, you got a thing over here. You missed a block. Like, thanks, buddy. No, I do appreciate it because that's how you achieve excellence. I would like to see maybe a little bit more decoration happening along this kind of black frame holder around it, because it's just kind of like black bars. And if I see how like elegantly and how carefully the shape of the hourglass was modeled, I just kind of want to see a little bit more attention to detail to kind of help highlight that and make it seem a little bit more precious. And maybe if there was some kind of detail rocking, there's another stray glass pane up there, some other kind of detail rocking at the top and the bottom of the hourglass, I think that could help too. What do you guys think? Technically speaking, what are you guys thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I like when I did participate in the 3BC, well, like many 3BCs ago, I liked having a function for each of the 3 blocks I was given. So I can see that the glass has the function, it's an hourglass, so of course the glass has the function of keeping the sand in place and letting it sink down to the bottom. It failed its function, thus the sand, which is a cobblestone, another function, is leaking out. But the frame for the coal block, I think maybe the coal block could have served as a more aesthetic function. Maybe they could have, instead of just having it as a regular frame, like you said, make a neat design using the coal blocks, but not too much of a design, or it would take away from the actual hourglass.
Right.
Like you wouldn't be able to tell what it is anymore.
Right, because I wonder, I'm just going to do a quick experiment here. Just if
You'll slicks and break something.
No, I won't. And then I'm just going to
Oh,
undo
the
this
entire
real
wall
quick.
is missing.
It's leaking out over here too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, not anymore.
Yeah, but because I felt like if I got rid of the walls, like the frame doesn't have to be walled in entirely in glass. I think that allows me to see the delicate work that Knivesy did with the glass panes for the outline of the hourglass, you know? And I think that might get lost because of how it blends with the walls that are there. I don't know. Just a quick what if kind of thing. And then back. It's a cool idea though, Knivesy. Good job. Very cool. Very cool. We have plot number 15, Pop-Tart 85. Madness only needs one opening of weakness to let the darkness seep into your soul. From there, most turn back and run, and few walk eagerly to its embrace. Well, the feels. So we see here a black heart of coal, literally. Looks like, what do we think? Is that madness or darkness raining down on it? Something's pouring.
Maybe the glass pane is the madness that took grasp of the heart, and then now it's just oozing out cobblestone.
Gross.
Which is the sanity. Thus the heart turned black. I don't know. I'm not quite as high as Slicks or drunk yet.
Slicks, rip it up, buddy. Tear it up. Get into it. Go ahead. What you got?
When I first saw this, I didn't read the signs, so I thought this was not a necromancer. And it's not a skeleton, like a champion skeleton's phylactery. It's where they would keep their soul, so the only real way to kill this type of being is to destroy the phylactery.
Okay.
I gotta find it now. I was just gonna...
Oh. It was Black Book.
Looking into it.
I got 4 of these.
Spell book. I mean, I like this idea. I think it's very clear that there is something up top having an effect on the heart. Like, those things are clearly interacting with each other, and I think that that's cool. I'm kind of wondering what all the jazz is around it. Like the bits of cobble. Yeah, and coal.
Oozing out.
Yeah. I like your theory, Llama, though, you know?
Madness.
I do like that. Let's see if we
I don't know, maybe the heart was originally made of the cobblestone, and the thing on top that's influencing it is turning it black.
It's turning it black. I like that theory also.
Kind of got the aura with the stained glass, which is it's a really cool effect. I really like the stained glass panes because they add a lot of boldness to any sculpture build.
Yeah, they create almost this kind of like ethereal kind of like shading around it, or like fog almost, if they're used properly, which is pretty sweet.
This book, there's a description.
Alright, so Slicks is still looking for the information about the skeleton champions. We're going to Pop-Tart, awesome move. Let's move on to plot 16, speaker on go. Although two people haven't met or spoken in real life, they might have things in common that cause them to form a great relationship. Well, that is true. So here we have the joining of two people into a single relationship.
I'll find it later. Dang it, Llama.
What up?
I walked right into you to read that.
Ooh.
That's a good place to be. Who wouldn't want to be right here next to a little llama?
I do enjoy head pats.
What?
Oh, he's so sweet.
Oh my god, Eskimos. Gross.
He's so fuzzy. All right. And then he lost his mind for a second. So I like, although two people haven't met or spoken in real life, they might have things in common that cause them to form a great relationship, and I do appreciate that sentiment. I would have liked to have seen, like, one shape in the front, one shape in the back that are different, and then they form something in the middle that's a little bit of one and a little bit of the other, and it forms this other thing, and then I think we'd be able to be like, oh look, it's this new thing that they share together, which would be cool.
A baby.
It would be a baby relationship. A babe-lationship. What do you guys think? Also, technically, sorry, Slick. Also, technically, there's. I don't think it's only 2. No, there's more. 2, 4, 6.
Yeah, there's
like 10 panes, 12 panes, 14
I was
panes
thinking
of glass, just not quite enough to keep the ratios in line. Go ahead.
It's really,
sorry.
I don't know, I have a hard time judging abstract pieces because I know almost nothing about that kind of stuff, but like it would have been nice to see more effect with the glass. I know I've seen a few brilliant abstract pieces in 3BC before, and some of them did use a stained glass block. I think Lovely Danny Doll threw one in a long time ago when I was tuning in to 3BC, and she did a really cool effect, a cool design with the stained glass. It could have enhanced the abstract piece quite a bit more, the black stained glass, I think.
Yeah, I mean, when we come up to abstract builds, I mean, if there is nothing to guide us on the signs, then we're just kind of left to whatever occurs to us, and then we judge it based upon that. And that's one of the, that's, you know, the other side of the double-edged sword. Like, on one end, you can make it look like whatever you want entirely, but on the other side, someone's still got to be able to figure out what that's supposed to be. So there's a little bit extra, I think, responsibility that goes into making a solid abstract build, and sometimes people do that really well, and then sometimes people just kind of barely start to scratch the surface. And I mean, I get from this, like, there are clearly 2 different things that are facing each other, and they're interacting in the middle, but to say that
they're not different. Although 2 people haven't met or spoken in, like, if they were different, and like you said, creating something else, like a little piece of both of them in the middle, then it would have made a bit more sense to me. Because, like, when I look at these 2 people, per se, on each side, I think they have a lot in common, or they're like identical twins almost, soulmates even, because they're the same.
I was thinking that maybe these are the bridges they need to cross to find each other.
Okay.
And maybe this part right here is the Lich needs the phylactery.
The Lich, okay.
Sorry, and these are the beacons that they're trying to find each other on top of the hearts.
Well, I mean, definitely effective in that it makes us stop and think, which I think is always a good thing. So Speak, well done. Cool idea. Definitely a great concept. Very cool idea. For sure. We're gonna think about. I gotta think about that a little bit more. Plot number 17. Spongy. Bat in the night. I think this is pretty awesome. It's a bat. It's a giant bat with a llama riding it.
Charge.
Cool glowing eyes. I wish she had little bat back feet. That would be sweet. I think if you made them little bat back feet and like gave us like the fingertips in cobble, Spongy out through, cause like bats, like their front arms are like between all the joints and segments on their front arms and fingers are where the webs are that they use to fly. So like fingernails, I think, or something like that could have maybe helped even out the ratio of blocks. But I think it's really this is really well done, and it's at a cool angle too. There's a lot of dynamic motion in the composition. So this is a really solid build. I think this is maybe one of Spongy's best builds. What do you guys think?
I have never seen her do a build where she uses multiple angles for one structure.
Mm-hmm.
It was really cool. I like it a lot. But That one, the lack of color because she's not using the cobblestone.
Yep. Maybe the cobblestone somehow in the ears or something. I'm trying to think.
Along
Maybe
the
it
spine.
has a
in the
cobblestone
chest.
cookie. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's a black bat with a cobblestone cookie just kind of hanging out of its mouth as it flies away. That's adorable. When I think about it like that and look at it like that, that is so adorable. Meow. Ang. Adorable. Adorable. There's just not enough cobble here, girl. But I mean, what you did was, this is an awesome build. This is really great. Do more things like this. Good use of the other thing that I'm noticing now as I look closer at the wings is that these are glass blocks, not panes.
Oh no.
So unfortunately, this is it's a DQ.
Oh,
It's a disqualification because it's the wrong block.
Punch.
Oh, this is not gonna be happy.
Man. Bummer. Sorry, Spongy. We gotta move on. What's up, Sarah CB? Checking us out on the live stream, maybe. I don't know. But joining us in the 3BC world. Plot 18. Raz, hi, my build. A gloomy mountain with a bolting river. And Moody, please. To this side and to this side. Night 2, TY. It already is.
Must be swift as a coursing river.
A gloomy mountain with a bolting river. So.
Hello.
Adrian.
I'm back.
Welcome back, baby. How's the kitchen?
Clean.
Nice, good boy. We
I
are
thought this was a volcano.
we are checking out Raz's build.
Yeah, I thought of a volcano at first too.
Yeah, it looks volcano-ish. But I still get the kind of frothing, foamy, raging river kind of vibe too. These clouds or whatever they are kind of floating here that are like cold blocks also are pretty sweet. I'm digging them because like I think the glass panes really help to kind of blur the edges on the outside of them so they look real misty and ethereal, which is pretty sweet.
Oh, this is nice. She added a bit more to the back here, so it's not just a flat
Very cool.
thing. Feels like a slice of the earth, pretty much.
Yeah, so Timothy Hortons, this is the kind of jazz we're talking about adding to the back of things. If you're going to give a cross-section, still give us cool stuff to see, man, when we're checking it out from all angles. So it's not slick, so it's not a volcano, it's a river. What do you think? How does that change it for you?
I like it a lot less now. I know it's a river.
Okay.
Because I feel
Knows it's
that
Raz.
the blocks. If this was a volcano, this would have been the best volcano I've seen based on the block matchup for what a volcano should be. But Gloomy River, I want to see like a half-dead tree or something next to it.
Okay. Like some willow trees, like with no leaves on them, looking real creepy and hanging down on stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Adrian, what do you think, man?
I liked it better when it was volcano too.
Shoveling. Well, why do you? Okay, so you guys like it better. You guys prefer it better, but does that mean? I mean, does it mean it really loses points technically?
Not really. No. Well, kind of. When I look at it as a river, it's kind of like a black and white photo to me.
Okay.
But when I look at it as a volcano, it's in color. If you get what I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I definitely like the use of the panes, making it look gloomy. I still see the fog, when it's black and white.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah, I guess also because if it was a volcano, you could say that those are like plumes of smoke coming from the volcano, and that would work that way too.
Definitely.
That's cool. I know. I think the execution is really great. If you think it should be a volcano or a river, I think the execution is still really great either way. These black floating things here are done really well, in my opinion, no matter what they're supposed to be. The fact that the block ratio is solid, that there is cool stuff for us to check out on the sides as we go around the edge there. I think overall it's a really solid build. Final thoughts on Raz build, dudes? Cool.
No, nothing.
Keep it rolling. Plot number 19, Mike Ambrose. So what did Mikey Baby make us?
I thought it was a rib cage at first.
It looks like a swiggle train to me. It's like from the front, looks like kind of symmetrical. From the side, it's like these. It's kind of swiggling motion.
Yeah, it's got a lot of movement to it.
Swiggling. Swiggle, swaggle, wiggle, waggle moving. We got Nick Hill and Murder Cupcake joining us on the live stream. What's up, dudes? Cuppy, Richie, what's going on? Thanks for hanging out with us. Slick, what are you seeing in this, man?
I'm thinking just there's a certain branch in science to do with gene line, like what you need to look through a telescope for. Got the X and Y chromosomes.
Oh, through a microscope, you mean?
Yeah, what'd I say?
Telescope.
Oh.
Genetics.
I'm a plumber.
Yeah, that's all right. We're with you. Go ahead.
So I'm just seeing science right off the bat. I can't picture anything else about it.
Yeah. They used, I believe, an X-ray refractometer to discover that the shape of DNA was a double helix, and the first images that they got were almost look like spirographs, and they very much resemble this kind of a thing. But these look like, it looks like 3 chromosomes kind of like bending, because that's what they look like, chromosomes. They're bending over a puppy that is sitting in the middle. I mean, I have no idea. I have no idea what this is or what it's supposed to be, but in my mind, like the parts at the top that branch off from points in the center line here, the part in the middle underneath stuff, and I guess they look like ribs on the sides. I think those 3 things all serve different functions, and I would have liked to have seen them all be made from different blocks. So like Mike Ambrose used 1 block of coal, 1 block of glass pane, and 1 block of cobble for every vertical thing that he made. Exactly the same. And I think if the top part were made out of cobble only, or maybe cobble and glass, and the ribs that came down were made out of coal and glass, and whatever third combination you want to think of for the thing in the middle, it would make it look like each thing has a different function and make, I think, the whole piece look a little bit more dynamic. I don't know. What do you think, Llama? Because you like you mentioned before, you like assigning a specific function for blocks. How do you interpret this through that?
I agree with you, but when I first looked at this, I thought maybe it's like, is this an insect or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got 6 legs. No. Maybe for each of this, you see kind of how it goes around, and then there comes the next wave, and then it goes around, and the next wave. I agree with you. Maybe he should have used different blocks, or a different block combination, different design for each of those. But I see 3 things when I look at this. Like, from the front, I can see the chromosomes that you're describing to me. but from the side I see almost like a tidal wave thing, and then from the back it looks almost like a napalm to me, but just I don't know what it looks like to me if I were to look at it from all angles. Like, it looks like something different from every angle.
Yeah. I think also I'm kind of getting a vibe where it looks like it's maybe 3 ultra slow motion frames side by side of an impact or something. And what also makes me feel like impact is happening is this kind of thing that's kind of pushing through the middle here. This abstraction that we have just kind of in the middle under everything. You know, like it's just like a bunch of like the thing hits and it's like this, and then it penetrates further and it's like a bigger thing, and then it's even bigger. Does that make sense? I don't know. Or like a wave of destruction.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I get tidal wave too, which is cool. Like maybe crashing
it's
on something.
Maybe it's the frames of napalm about to make impact. I don't know. Maybe we're looking at it wrong. Maybe the back is actually the front.
Maybe it has a front and it's the back. But I mean, if you're going to make an abstract build, this is where you can use signs to help.
Yeah.
And I think maybe Mike was like, oh, I can make something look cool. And he came and he made something look cool, and it worked because this looks cool. Awesome. Adrian, you alive?
Mikey.
You still shoveling?
No signs. I wish I knew what it was, because it looks cool.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you guys pretty much covered it all. I like how it looks like a ribcage. I wish you would have gone with something like that. Jurassic, like, bones. That would have been sweet. Part of a body.
Ribs.
But, yeah. All I really have to say.
Cool. Also, I mean, it's a cool build, Mike Ambrose. I'm glad you entered finally, buddy. Plot number 20, Fuzzy Pony. Don't cry when the sun is gone, because the tears won't let you see the stars. I cry whatever I want to do. Oh, look at you guys smooching in there. Love it. Oh, yeah, you guys.
Get a room, God, Duke.
I'm in a room. Well, this is a very well rendered heart. Looks like the heart is exploding. Just a lot of heartbreak on our server. That's a bummer.
Teenage angst.
Teenage angst. Teenage mutant ninja angsties. I'm just getting kind of sadness particle effects. You know? Like, there's a heart,
It's
and
just
if
the block colors.
and the heart, if the heart has sadness, then it exudes this black particle effect. That's like, oh,
Oh, baby, why'd you come?
oh, that's so sad.
I like how if you stand off to the corner a little bit, kind of looks like the heart is bending's not the right word, but it's kind of pushing back here in the center.
So, oh yeah, a little bit. This area. Kind of.
Maybe the coal blocks are the tears, which are making the glass panes, which are stars, hard to see.
Maybe from this angle it looks like somebody is shooting it from behind and it's exploding and splattering all over Sarah CV. Which is kind of gross, but awesome. I mean, I like this concept a lot, Fuzzy Pony. I definitely do. I also appreciate the sentiment portrayed in the signs. Just from technical standpoint, what we're talking about is where Llama and I were flying up in this region here, and Adrian also. There's nothing there. Put some blocks in there. Give us something cool to look at, because I think one of the things you could have done is if we do, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but let me just as an idea. me get my wooden axe out because it's go time. What if, like from here, let's say, just 1 second. This will be worth it, I promise. Okay, so
The night sky.
yeah, and now we can poke holes, right, to represent. I'm just getting lucky with these punches here. But we could poke holes up there, right? And now you can see occasionally stars in this. Man, I'm just nailing all these lights first try. This is ridiculous.
Poured all your blood and
Someone get
sweat
this
into
man a
making
medal.
these plots.
I know. But like, you know, maybe, you know, you could actually give us the actual stars and then obstruct some of them as you're kind of talking about doing. It also kind of makes things look really extra sad down here with this big kind of, you know,
Shadow.
black shadow thing happening there. I don't know. What's up, Adrian? Does it make you sad?
Yeah.
Make you feel in your hearts?
Yeah. Alright, I don't have a heart.
That's how that girl felt when you made her walk 20 miles back home. You frickin'.
What can I say? It's okay. Me and Llama have a thing now.
Oh, okay. Well, you know. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. No, it's a cool idea, Fuzzy Pony. Cool idea, Fuzzy Pony. And I'm glad you entered. Please enter more. You got good ideas. We got to head over to the practice plots to get the last 2 builds. Looks like we
Really?
got Salathiel. We got Sarah CB not doing hers. And we got lovely Danny Doll. Where do you guys want to start?
Oh, let's start where you are.
Okay, lovely Danny Doll it is. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but she smells badly. She has a very strong odor that pervades her and her local environment at all times. It's just
That's so lovely.
throwing that out there. Less lovely than one would expect. Okay, trying to take a look. Let's read some signs. You thought its beauty would hurt no one else, but you forgot about its sheer terror as well. Lovely Danny Doll. Escape of the glamorous nightmare. The glamorous nightmare. Okay, so it's a similar thing, and I'm not implying that anybody copied off of anybody, but it's a similar idea to what Knivesy was presenting, with something being kind of inside a framework that it's kind of breaking out and escaping. What are you guys thinking?
I think that it's a little too. It should be much more chaotic than this. I shouldn't see a pattern for a nightmare.
So you associate more chaos and randomness with nightmares than patterns and order. Okay. What do you think, Addy Baby?
I feel like it's a beam, like, generating at the bottom, and then just, like, blasting it, you know?
So you think we're looking at more of an explosion?
Ray of light, yeah.
Okay.
The explosion, yeah.
Okay. Llama, talk to me.
I'm reading the signs again and again. You thought beauty would hurt no one else, but you forgot about its sheer terror as well. I would think, I don't know, when I first read that, first thing that comes to mind is a person standing in the middle of a storm, a beautiful person, but maybe somehow they're influencing all this chaos around them. So like Slick said, I don't think chaos should have this a pattern to it. I don't know, assuming that the torch is the beautiful thing in this picture.
Which, to me, it looks like there are blocks meant to direct our attention, like visually, to that torch. So that's how I interpret it also.
I don't know, I have a hard time with abstract pieces, man.
From the way you talk about them, I don't think you do at all. But that's also
Uses
just
a lot
my
of brain
opinion.
power. I'm just a llama.
It does sometimes use some brain power. So there, I think the issue here is not necessarily with Danny's technical ability or with the composition or with the quality of the idea she's trying to do here, but we have these really enormous concepts of beauty, hurt, memories, terror, glamour, and nightmare. And any one of those things is a big enough thing to try and take a bite of, I think, to make an interesting 3-block challenge. But to have them all kind of trying to jam together, I'm not sure it's really possible to get us all to see all of those parts of this in this little space. And so, I mean, I get a vibe where like something's going wrong in the middle here, because it looks like there is supposed to be order, but then there's part of it that's disordered. There's a lot of movement to it, as if things are kind of moving away. I think there's a beam coming from the center too. I interpret as Adrian was mentioning, and I see that there are parts of it that are breaking this wall of glass that is implied to be there. So I get that there's some kind of unintentional escape happening, but to go... I mean, another thing we're talking about in the signs that she's given us is regret, because it's almost like a rebuke. It's like, you thought its beauty would hurt no one else, but you forgot about its sheer terror as well. Like, you messed up, and I'm telling you about it. You should feel bad about it. And I think the concept is so rich and powerful that it's difficult to kind of capture that and distill it into this little spot. That's what I think. I don't know. I mean, the block ratio is good. It's an active composition, which is good. I think there's a good balance of symmetry and asymmetry. There's no rule breaking in terms of number of torches or signs or anything like that. So I think there's good parts there, for sure. Any other thoughts, judges, dudes?
Not for me.
No.
Okay, let's move on to the last one and then shut this mother down. Salathiel. I'm thinking this is just not completed.
Yeah, I have that feeling too.
Because Salathiel's thrown a couple builds together before. Sorry, llama.
I'm sad.
Member. Add owner, sorry. Add owner. I'm working it out. My typing is bad right now.
You can't get
Bam. There you go. And then you can go in there and see exactly how probably incomplete this is. No, Salathiel's can finish stuff, I think. I think they ran out of time. I know they started yesterday, so they might have just run out of time.
Fair enough.
Which happens. So that is it for part number 2 of the judging. Long one tonight. This is a lot of builds in this competition, which is awesome. It's going to be difficult. It is going to be difficult to... It's going to be difficult to decide who the winners are. Are you guys looking forward to that? Because I'm not.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, I am looking forward to a difficult...
I'm ready to crush some dreams.
...decision. Ugh. Alright, so... thanks, judges, for having fun with me here. Doing part number 2. Appreciate it. So... to all of you dudes checking us out on the live stream right now, we're going to be right back with part number 3, so you can see who wins what awards in just a moment. Do not forget to do your Player Choice Award voting. Do /3BC if you are on the server. If you're not on the server, play.infiniteheightsmc.com. Then do /3BC. Then walk around, or maybe you already saw your vote, saw your build, your favorite build, and then go ahead and give them your vote. Check it out. Stay tuned for part number 3 if you're checking us out on the YouTubes after the fact. Thank you. I appreciate your view. Just go ahead and pop on over to part number 3 and see who wins this thing. Also, check out part number 1 if you didn't already. I don't know how you got here in the middle of it. But anyway, that is it for part number 2. 3 Block Challenge number 9 here in build season number 3 on the Infinite Heights Minecraft server. Thanks for hanging out, dudes. We are going to be back with part number 3 in just a sec. Stick around.